Welcome back. My apologies for the delay in posting this follow-up video. I'm excited to highlight some of the most helpful tips and tools for recruiting an amazing volunteer staff. So this video in particular is about understanding and envisioning the specific needs for your organization or ministry. So ask yourself, do you ever feel overwhelmed with the thought of recruiting? Do you ever feel like there are just too many needs and not enough time? Do you find yourself procrastinating because of that feeling of being so overwhelmed by all of the needs? Or do you continue to send emails and make announcements, but you find that people just aren't stepping up? Well, that is part of what we're going to address today. So this is going to be a real short video, and then I need 10 minutes of your time to complete this step. So this video is based off of Mark DeVries' 6 Steps to Recruiting. His video is really great. It is linked below, and I encourage you to watch it. I'm not going to repeat information that he's shared. So if you have time, click on his link below. So after watching Mark DeVries' video, I hear your frustration with the 6-month time commitment. Honestly, that's just what it takes to make a phenomenal team. But I really want you to think about what you will accomplish and the kinds of people that will walk alongside you if you really put in the time to make a phenomenal team. Now think about 6 months from now. Imagine yourself. You are going to be so grateful that you put in that time, starting now. Unfortunately, there is no quick fix to volunteer recruiting, so give yourself grace. So I really want to encourage you right now to spend 10 minutes after this video is finished just writing down a list. Now this list is every possible aspect of your organization or ministry that could be delegated. I want to encourage you to use a pencil and a paper because you can make changes, you can scratch it out, and you can connect and write arrows, and there's some flexibility in a pencil and paper that you maybe don't have on your computer. However, the point is, write a comprehensive list. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it based on my experience recruiting for children's ministry. So first you want to list your core team. Mark calls it the load-bearing positions. So these aren't names of people, these are positions. List all of those that are deeply entrenched, that need to bring expertise, life, energy, really help you carry the weight. For children's ministry, some of those might include a Sunday school teacher for 1st grade, a Sunday school teacher for 2nd grade, and so on. It could include maybe a board representative for children's ministry, a Sunday morning greeter, depending on the needs of the congregation. Now that you have your core team list, we're going to jump to anything you could possibly want to delegate. It could be tasks that don't lie in your skill set. It could be something that's not getting done from week to week because you just simply don't have time. Or you just want to delegate it. Think about staffing to your weaknesses. So when you're coming up with lists of volunteer positions, think about things that maybe you're not so strong in and you could delegate for the sake of the ministry, the congregation, the congregants, for the sake of God's mission. An example of some of these in a children's ministry might include printing children's bulletins, ordering supplies, and stocking a Sunday school room, things like that. Now, a couple quick pointers before we close. People's names are going to come to mind as you're writing this list. Now, the first time I did this, I got so frustrated, like, why can't I just focus on the tasks that need to be done or the needs that our ministry has? I know there's so many needs. Why can't I just focus on that? Don't ignore those names that come to your mind. Get another piece of paper or maybe a special journal that as you are writing this down, you're going to think of people. God's going to bring people to your mind. You're like, oh, they could be great at this. Write those down. Don't forget them. I want to encourage you not to recruit yet. So at this point, you've completed the 10 minutes in creating your comprehensive volunteer needs list. I want to encourage you to go on to the next video where we're going to start brainstorming some of those names and following up and trying to get those people into positions. Now, if you're finding that you're completely drowning and can't think of tasks and you feel really overwhelmed and your vision isn't totally clear, so you aren't clear about what you should be recruiting for, or maybe you don't really have a strong sense of what your core team needs to do and be, I would invite you to visit the video on mission statements. That video also has a brief tidbit about job descriptions. Really, mission statements is an absolute prereq to this step. You're doing great. Keep it up, and we'll see you soon.